Christmas is fast approaching, and you may be starting to feel the pressure of the high expectations that many people feel at this time of the year. Because although it may be known as the most wonderful time of the year, Christmas has also been dubbed the most stressful time of the year, from the bustling shopping malls to the endless social commitments. And let's not even start on the financial strains and the long to-do lists. The holiday season can be as demanding as it is delightful. As a psychologist, I've seen firsthand how this season can impact our mental well-being. So in this video, we're going to look at some of the most common stresses of Christmas. And I'll share with you the one underlying thing that you need to identify and deal with in order to navigate the festive season with more calm and less chaos. If you're feeling the pressure of Christmas, then you're not alone. In fact, did you know that studies suggest that almost half of all adults dread the festive season? According to a study from 2022, the three most stressful things at Christmas are all the to-dos, so buying presents, decorating, and all the chores that come with the season, the financial pressure and the worry of all the money that's spent over Christmas, and in at number 3, trying to please everyone around you. I wonder, do you recognize any of these from your own December? Now, each of these, money worries, busy schedules, and lots of social commitments, is a lot on their own, but combined, they create this unique blend of stress that often peaks during the Christmas season. This constant juggling act can lead to feelings of overwhelm and anxiety. And it's not just a physical tiredness, it's the mental exhaustion too. You might find yourself feeling more irritable, less patient, or even struggle with feelings of sadness amidst all the supposed cheer. And for those who are already dealing with mental health challenges, this time of year can be particularly tough. Understanding these different stresses and the impact that they have on us is the first step to managing them better. So next up, we're going to look at some practical strategies of how we can do that. But before we do that, I have a quick favor to ask of you. If you're taking any value from this video, it'd really mean a lot to me if you'd give it a like. This will help the video reach more people who may benefit from seeing it. Thank you. Now let's have a look at how we can understand these stresses better so we can start to manage them. There's actually a running theme throughout the different kinds of Christmas stressors. Regardless of whether you find the social commitments, the many to-dos, or the financial strain the most stressful part of Christmas, they all stem from the expectations and the pressure that we experience. Now, there's a really important distinction between two different types of expectations. On one hand, we have the expectations that we experience other people have towards us, and on the other hand, we have the expectations that we set for ourselves. We call these external and internal expectations. So internal expectations are the standards that we set for ourselves, our own ideals of what Christmas should be like. External expectations, on the other hand, come from outside sources. This could be from family, friends, society, or even social media. They can include being expected to attend certain events, gift-giving norms, or how we should decorate our homes around Christmas. Now, more often than not, the internal expectations, so the pressure and the expectations that we put on ourselves, are greater than those of other people's. Other times, it can be really difficult to tell the two apart, because we sometimes see that we internalize the expectations of others, thinking that they're actually our own. We can find ourselves being so busy trying to live up to the standards that society sets for us that we don't realize if it actually aligns with our own values. And it's really easy to fall into negative thought patterns and belief systems that only add more pressure and stress to Christmas. This could be things like, unless I spend X amount on gifts for my children, they won't feel like they've had a nice Christmas. Or everything needs to be perfect for the family dinner, or else I've failed as a host. Or what about, I have to attend every holiday event and party, or people will think that I'm antisocial or ungrateful. I must keep everyone happy and avoid any conflict, even if it means sacrificing my own comfort. Or looking to social media, we might think everyone else seems to have a better, more festive Christmas than me. Or we might even make the leap that if I don't make this Christmas special, it means that I'm not a good parent, partner, or friend, whichever applies to you. Do you recognize any of these common thought patterns from yourself? If you do, rest assured that you're completely normal. But identifying and challenging these negative thought patterns can be a really important step to reducing stress and enjoying a more balanced and fulfilling holiday season. It's really easy to get caught up in the idea of a perfect Christmas, but perfection is a myth, especially during the holidays. Be realistic about what you can actually achieve. It's okay to not attend every single event or to have a simpler celebration. The most important step to having a stress-free and happy Christmas is to ask yourself what the most important things for you during the holiday season are. What is a good Christmas for you? It's really important to communicate openly to your friends and families about what your plans, your expectations, and your limitations are for Christmas. But in order for us to be able to do that, we first need to know what's actually important to us. Let's do a quick and simple exercise to find out what a good Christmas means to you personally. Grab a piece of paper and create 2 columns. Label the first one, My Christmas Values, and the other one, External Expectations. Or if you prefer a printable option, you can download my worksheet for free. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Now, under My Christmas Values, list all the things that bring you true happiness and joy during the Christmas period. This could be spending quality time with your friends and family, practicing gratitude, or even making sure to have time for self-reflection. Regardless of what it is to you, write down all the things that bring you joy and ensure that you have a happy holiday period. Now, in the external expectations column, write down all the things that you might feel pressure to do because of other people's and society's expectations. This can be societal norms, it can be pressure from social media, or it can be family traditions that don't actually resonate with you or make sense for your family anymore. So this might include things like hosting elaborate parties, buying expensive gifts, or attending every social event. Now take a moment to reflect on what you've written down in both of these 2 columns. How much of your time and energy are you devoting to each of the columns? Are there any of the external expectations that you can let go of to make more room for the things that truly matter to you? Remember, there's no right or wrong way to celebrate Christmas. It's all about finding out what resonates with you and what aligns with your values. By understanding and balancing these expectations, you can create a holiday experience that is more fulfilling and less stressful. This exercise isn't just a one-time thing. You can come back to it and redo it every time you feel the pressure of expectations or you start to feel overwhelmed. It's a tool to keep your holiday season aligned with what brings you true joy and happiness. Once you've identified what a good Christmas is for you, then you can use that as a guide for all the planning running up to and during the Christmas period. How much should you budget for Christmas gifts? How big a spread do you put on for the Christmas dinner? And how many social events do you go to? So when we're feeling overwhelmed by the expectations and all the things that we feel like we need to do, we can lean on that exercise we just did and refer to our list to work out what are the things we have to prioritize and what are the things we could maybe not prioritize for now. You can use a planner to schedule in your commitments, and don't forget to set aside time for rest as well. It's really important that we learn to say no to things when we're feeling overwhelmed. It's often better to fully enjoy just a few events rather than rush through and not enjoy a very busy schedule. Sometimes we can expect a lot from ourselves, and we sometimes feel like the whole burden of getting everything done is on our shoulders. But ask yourself if that really has to be the case. It can be a really good idea to make a plan of all the things that you want to do or need to do, and to then stick with it. Sit down and take your time to brainstorm all the things that you want to do and need to do running up to Christmas. Then create a timeline of what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. Once you have that overview, that often immediately alleviates a lot of the anxiety and stress that's related to Christmas. It might also make it easier for you to see if there's anything you can delegate to other people, taking some of the pressure off you. In the same way when it comes to the financial worries of the holiday season. Now, I'm by no means a financial advisor, but I know how big an impact financial worries and strains can have on our mental health. So the key is to get an overview of your financial situation and to make sure that your priorities align with the things that you just listed as most important to you through the holiday season. So again, you can use that exercise and your values as the guide as to what you need to prioritize financially and what you can let go of. So before the holiday season swings into full gear, make sure you create a budget. Determine how much you can comfortably spend on gifts, food, and other festivities. Prioritize what's most important and stick to that budget. Don't let external expectations and things that may not align with your true values pressure you into spending more money than you can comfortably afford. Sometimes it's really important to remind ourselves that for everything we say yes to, we automatically say no to something else. So for example, for me, the most important thing for a good Christmas is spending quality time with my closest family. In order for me to be able to do that, I know that I need to spend less time attending other social gatherings. In a similar way, I'd rather spend my time cooking and baking with my children, aiming for a less fancy Christmas meal, but enjoying the process of making it with them. One final note of this video is, as always, to not forget about your own self-care. In the middle of all the hustle of the Christmas period, make sure that you take time out to do activities that nurture your well-being. This might be a quiet evening with a book, a relaxing bath, a walk in nature, or practicing mindfulness. Whatever it is to you that gives you energy and nurtures your well-being, make sure to prioritize it. Taking care of yourself is not just a gift to you, it benefits all the people around you as well. I upload new psychological insights, tips and tools on this channel every week. If you're not already, I'd love for you to subscribe so we can meet again. Thank you for watching this one. Take care and bye for now.